Hello, I'm very glad to be here. Thank you for those words, Hillary. We were told originally that the theme of the evening was journeys, and though metaphor is very important to a writer, I took that literally. And I took from my stash of travel pieces one I thought you might enjoy. Its subject is one episode in a journey that my husband and I took to Paris. It is nothing about writing, but all about eating. The restaurant's wine list was the size of the Book of Kells. And so once we had selected appetizers and main courses, the sommelier hauled it to our table. After confessing we'd be drinking one bottle only, we studied the volume. The sommelier talked. He sounded like a PhD recapitulating his dissertation, a dissertation on the provenance and the attributes of the wines, and also their suitability to our chosen food. One Merlot seemed particularly apt. We wheedled him down to a cheaper grade. He decanted the bottle, poured a small glass, swirled it, sniffed it, and drank. Yeah. He alone could pronounce it worthy. We sipped and pronounced it magical. After half a glass each, taken with a pâté ready to vanquish our statins, we felt far younger than our certain age, felt like students previously underfed and underwined. Not so the man at the next table. What a physique. If you like rotundity, which indicates love of the self's pleasures and a corresponding tolerance towards the indulgence of others, this man might appeal to you. If you are distressed by a body mass index greater than 30, his robustness might be less pleasing. He wore a short-sleeved shirt without jacket or tie. French standards of dress have slipped recently. However, we Americans had clothed our respectable body masses in glamorous rags. Above our neighbor's sizable belly and chest rose a thick neck. Atop that was a large head adorned with an abundant mustache and eyebrows glossy as brie against his flushed face. There was nothing spare about him, nothing stingy, nothing cautious. His eyes were intent on the menu. While sipping an aperitif, he read the list of courses with an expression that combined connoisseurship and familiarity. He was a regular here. He folded the menu and finished the wee preliminary drink. Before he could crook his sausage of a finger, the sommelier and the wine list were at his side. The sommelier did not pull up a chair. French decorum has not entirely vanished. But the animated conversation between them indicated something like friendship. For the first course, monsieur, but I was considering the duck liver requires more. The harvest was especially, with the suckling. Would you try? The voices became passionate, but never rancorous. The sommelier requested to decant one of the restaurant's 1,000-euro bottles in order to give the patron a single glass, regretted that the management would frown. This exchange had the sound of a marital joke often repeated. Then the sommelier strode off to get the first bottle. The patron pulled out a notebook and recorded his choices. He pushed the notebook to the side of the table, the side near me. He noticed me for a millisecond. He noted our bottle and awarded it a dismissive smile. We enjoyed our repast, and we enjoyed his too. We enjoyed watching him make entries into his notebook. Though we skipped the cheese course, he selected 3 items from the tray. One was runny, one was marble, one was as orange as a pumpkin. This cheese was new to the menu, said the waiter, who then discoursed on its process and pasture and cow. A new bottle helped our friend wash down this delight. My husband and I shared one dessert. Our neighbor had a dessert all to himself, and he drank a final wine, a half bottle this time. More entries into his notebook. Our judicious banquet was a once-in-a-blue-moon night on the town. And to be just, his feast may have been equally rare. He may be blessed with a wife who guards his diet 6 days out of 7. He may have devoted children who warn him about predations on his health, or children less devoted who encourage them. But we doubted their existence. It seemed to us, from his serious mien, his furious writing, and the singular happiness that radiated from his 250-pound self, that this was a man who had made food and drink his deity. He lived monastically alone, we thought, perhaps between devotions, sleeping or walking a little, washing his shirt, rereading his diary, lying in the bath, thinking of last night's joys and the joys of the night to come. Of course, he is killing himself. Anyone who reads a newspaper knows that. His liver may do the job. His cardiovascular system may get there first. He may perish any night from sleep apnea. But the pleasure he derives from amusing his tongue and serving his stomach and bathing his brain in delectable liquids may be greater than any other pleasure on earth, may even be worth the likely shortening of life. Having spent an evening in his company, thigh close to silent thigh, I'm willing to entertain this possibility. My fellow patron, single-minded, knowledgeable, obese, peaceable, made fitness feel like a perversion. He made my Versace knockoff seem like an affectation. He made moderation look like a crime against nature. That orange cheese, I wish I'd tried it. Thank you.